Hey, Pastor Nathan here. Welcome to our study on the book of Revelation. We're in chapter 6. And today we're just going to do a quick little summary, kind of recap, look at the fourth horse, but also then just going to look at what the four horsemen mean kind of in total together. And we're going to do that from Revelation chapter 6. We're in verses 7 and 8. When he opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature say, "Come," and I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And its rider's name was Death, and Hades followed him. And they were given authority over a fourth of the earth to kill with sword and with famine and with pestilence and by wild beasts of the earth. The fourth horseman and then the four horsemen combined give us this very kind of challenging picture of this time period between Jesus' ascension and his return. The fourth horseman comes, and his name's Death, and hell follows him, and a fourth of the earth is kind of under the sway of this horse. And you look at kind of like the means that death comes by, and you see like the first three horses kind of pictured there. So when John when he looks at this, he's seeing all four horses sort of together and what they mean. Whether by tyranny and the warfare that tyrants bring, the bloodshed of people like murdering one another and the chaos that ensues, the economic uncertainty and environmental challenges that lead to famine, hunger, and death, that direction. All four of these horses together represent the reality that death seems to be the only one that's got any sort of victory in this time period. I mean, the only one who wins is death, and roughly a quarter of the earth, a significant minority of the earth at any time during this time period is going to be directly kind of faced with death, the consequences and reality of death. And this just continues. I mean, the reality that that death seems to have the victory constantly in this section doesn't end until Jesus returns. It's just the part of the reality of this time period, which is why for us as followers of Jesus, the truth that he defeated death and sin and the grave at the cross and the empty tomb is such a big deal for us, because we're surrounded in some sense by death. And unless we know there's victory over death, it can seem hopeless. Life can seem hopeless and to a certain extent pointless at times. And yet we know, because Jesus beat sin, death, and the grave, there is hope. And so we return to Jesus again and again and again as the only one who can give us hope in the midst of a world that is filled with death. Anyhow, that's the four horsemen. Next time we're going to talk about the fifth seal and the saints under the altar. Until then, take care.